Hey, hey, hey.
Good morning. Hope you got your coffee and are ready to talk about some very serious stuff. We're always serious here. Paul's very serious.
Yes. And I'm just a laugh a minute. So we were discussing routine while we were walking, and we were having a God talk this morning. And I think it's a good thing to talk about. So tell me about the struggles with a routine.
I think everybody has their own struggles because I find that whenever I talk to others about struggle with routine, it's always different than mine. So I feel like I'm just the black sheep in my story, right? Because it's hard to relate to everybody in all of their things. So for me, I just have a hard time with consistency in it. And I know it's good for me.
Yeah.
I know that it's going to help me reach my goals in a more timely fashion or just to feel good about myself. Because when I do stick to things, I feel much more accomplished. I feel much more confident. But it's like I go rebel against myself and I don't do it, or I wake up and all the excuses come up. I'm too tired. This morning, he's like, I hear a lot of excuses coming out of your mouth. And I'm like, yep, you're right. But it's one of those things where what is it going to take to get yourself out of your own way besides just doing it, which we have to do. It's either do or do not do.
Go ahead. You did good.
Thank you.
Self-therapy.
It is self-therapy. Thank you.
Go ahead.
But that's my question. So I'm interested in this morning coffee, hopefully just as much as you guys are, because coming from somebody who's very, very, very routine, like he gets up at 4 a.m, I'll let him share his whole spiel on routine. But for me, it's like, wow, like you have the discipline to get up and to do it because you know that if you don't, then the consequences down the line in the day when you don't do your routines are going to be that much worse.
Well, for me, to be honest with you, I got off of my routine when I had my stroke. And it was like clawing back to my routine because I was so depressed when I had my stroke. All I could think about was sadness, loneliness, and it was just hard to crawl back my way to the routine. So you and me, we have two different ways of approaching everything. Everybody does too, but you have to be flexible. And I believe the best way to start a routine, if you don't have one, or if you do it some days, not do it another, do it some days or weeks, not do it another. You get a good running start and you say, no, I'm not going to do it today, is to start with little tiny steps.
Okay.
1% improvement, and make a goal to make it fun. Make it fun. If you don't have a fun routine, what's the point and what's the use and what's good about that? Nothing. So when I get up, I'll just start small. I love music. Do you like music?
Of course I do.
Really?
No.
She's such a hoot in more ways than one. I love music. So I listen to music that uplifts me. That was the first step, clawing my way back to the routine. I wasn't doing exercise. I couldn't say my creed. I just started with music. Through music, I found that I can do speech therapy. I didn't know it, but I found out that I could listen to music and get better at speaking. So that was the first step. You need to fill your cup up for you. If you don't pour anything in there, you can't get anything out. Profound words of wisdom from Paul. So what would you fill your cup up today that would make your life better?
What would I do to fill my cup up to make my life better?
In 10 minutes.
Well, something that I have been working on, or not trying, but not doing in routine that I wanted for myself, is to stretch for 10 minutes in the morning, at least within the first hour of me waking up. So some days, if I really need that cup of coffee before I stretch, then I can do that. But yet I would start, like you said, a couple days, and then I'd stop, and then I'd get up, maybe do a couple more days, and then I'd stop until I just didn't do it anymore.
You know what you're doing? Watch. You're punching holes in your cup. You fill it up and punch holes in it and runs out. You're a hole puncher. You need to stop that.
Wow. That is genius. Boom. Genius advice right there.
Boom.
Oh, you're getting in your own way? You need to stop that. Good one. It is true. Look.
Make a list of the things that make you happy on this side. Okay. Make a list of the things that make you sad on that side, and stop that and do more of that.
I like that, though.
Exactly.
I'll
stop that and do more of that. If you like to listen to music, put that in your routine. If you like to exercise, put that in your routine. I believe, for me, it's a 20-minute start to my day. Mm-hmm. That's all I do from a routine standpoint, 20 minutes a day. I started with 5 minutes, and I built it and built it and built it. The exercise, I just move when I get out to bed, 5 minutes, say my creed, say my affirmations, breathe, breathe. And that's my routine. So I can have 100 routines in 20 minutes that's all different. Change the music, change the routine. Mm-hmm. You'll get bored doing that if you don't change it up. So change it up.
So having just a few minutes of something that's very structured, very much the same, and then you have free range to the other parts that are still routine, but just you can mix it with whatever.
Well, you need to make sure it fits your goals. Your goals, not me. Right. I'm working on speaking again.
Right.
So a lot of my focus is on that. What can I do? So when I stand in the mirror and I say, I hereby promise to begin today to manifest the personal greatness I know lies within me. That's practicing inflection, cadence, pausing. Yeah. At the same time, I'm doing my creed. So how can you bring flexibility even into that 20 minutes? Play different music. 20 minutes. And
true. So then how do you, because this is where I get in trouble.
Okay.
How do you keep, let me think of it this way. So the discipline is really what it takes. Because I'm sure you wake up with mornings where you're just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do my stretching or my exercises or my speaking and going.
I just want to stay in bed.
Snooze alarm. The rain is happening. It's nice and cool in the room. You just are so comfy. So what is it that you tell yourself or you do to push yourself to maintain that discipline? Because I know I'm not the only one on here, guys, that has that effect on them, where the discipline is the part that really needs to be the key to open that door to routine.
You ready?
Yes.
First thing, when my feet hit the floor, I make my bed. Mm-hmm. Do you make your bed first thing when you hit the floor?
Not first thing, like this morning I did.
Okay. That gives me a sense of accomplishment. I completed my first goal of the day.
But how do you get the discipline to get out of the bed first?
I don't set an alarm.
That's impressive.
I wake up at 4 a.m.
Don't set an alarm.
You know, have you ever had a thing that you wanted to do so badly that you didn't need to set alarm to it? It excited you so much that you didn't need an alarm.
I sleep very well. So, not necessarily. There are times where I would be up at different hours of the night.
Were you excited about racing when?
I was terrified because when you're in competitive mode, it's kind of terrifying. But I can see where if something is so exciting because even if it's fear, right? Because fear is the same feeling as excitement. Yeah. It's just how we see it. So, I mean, it can easily be taken that way. I'm
going to make a great point out of this. My dad said to me, son, if you're having to set an alarm to go through life, you're already done. Get excited about your life. So I used to wake up excited about going fishing with my dad.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait. I didn't need an alarm. I was looking forward to in an anticipatory way. So I was excited. And Dad made the point, son, when you get excited about life as much as you are about fishing, you'll get it. Get on with your life in a fun way. So I just, I believe, you know, if you look at this talking your language, you be you. Understand who you are. I understand who I am, and I've tried to accomplish some specific thing like talking, reading again, writing again, and I still struggle. You know that. You've been around.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just get frazzled, but you have a way. I have a way. Understand who you are, be true to yourself, and stay unique. So what fills Laura's cup up?
So can I then ask this before I answer that? So what you're saying is, if I'm getting this correctly, is once it starts feeling like a job,
yes,
that's when you lose the fun for it.
Yes.
And then you stop doing it.
I have 20 minutes in my life that I do, 20 minutes that I do. It's all different. The mainstays is my creed, but I say it differently. Sometimes I sing it. So the creed is a part. My affirmations is never the same. So every day I have affirmations built into my process. My breathing, sometimes I walk to the end of the yard and take a deep breath looking at the bay or looking at the mountain, wherever I am. So my 20 minutes is varied. That provides me not to get in a rut. So boring.
Yeah.
If you do the same thing over and over again, it comes rut-like. Yeah. But if you need to plant a root to grow, a routine, spread it out and let it grow. Add to it, flexible. If you don't like it, change it.
I do like that because it doesn't have to always be the same.
No.
You could even make different coffee every day if you wanted to. Okay. I'm starting to get that now.
Okay. You be you. Understand who you are. Be unique.
Because then that adds also creativity.
Yes.
Which one of my good friends and one of my mentors too, Sue, was telling me last night. She was like, you can't stop that creative side of you. And at that point in my head, I was assuming that routine was blocking that creativity when really the routine can be a part of the creative flow if you're constantly changing it and making it your own.
Exactly. Bing, 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 bing. Learning coming, incoming learning. Sometimes I go in the garage, take a like a 12-inch canvas. Mm-hmm. We should do this and film it tomorrow.
Okay.
Take a 12-inch canvas, pick any 5 paints out, pour it in and paint like crazy for 20 minutes. So I listen to music, paint, say my affirmations while I'm doing it, say my creed while I'm doing it, and that's my 20 minutes.
And you're fulfilling your art's creativeness. Yeah.
I'm getting in touch with my inborn creativity in life.
This guy, if you guys don't already know, knows his stuff.
I don't know. So today is really important because happy hour is coming at 5 o'clock. I'm going to make her sing a silly song for you.
A silly song?
Yes, somewhat silly.
I can do that.
See, I believe that. But today I want to share something with you. We have had a great opportunity to be together, to learn a lot about each other.
Yes.
And I consider her to be a blessing in my life. And so we were in Chattanooga, and she was running around with her camera, and I didn't know it. And she filmed a session that I had with Casey that I'm working with. Casey has 4 beautiful children. And all I wanted was for her to be able to recall her children's names and say, I love you to those children with the name intact, and say, I miss you with the name intact. So she filmed that interaction, and she turned it into an amazing video. And I want to share it with you. I think it will bring you a lot of joy. And if you don't mind, I just want to take a few minutes and share it with you. And here it goes.
She's such an amazing woman.
And play. No problems. B H T. No. T. Breathe. You get so excited like me, so breathe. I love your smile. What's your oldest daughter's name?
Eliana.
I want you to tell Eliana, I love you. Eliana, I love you.
I love you, Eliana.
Yes. Eliana. I miss you.
I miss you.
Eliana. I miss you.
I miss you.
Eliana.
Eliana.
I know. I love you.
I love you.
Did you tell her what we worked on? You did? I was so proud. What's your next daughter's name?
Evie.
Evie. Evie,
Evie.
I love you.
I love you.
Evie,
Evie.
I love you.
I love you.
Evie,
Evie.
I miss you.
I miss you.
Evie,
Evie.
I miss you.
I miss you.
Don't get emotional. Be glad you can say that. I'm so proud of you. Yay! Pat on the back, pat on the back. What's your third daughter's name?
Aurora.
Laura. I love that name. Oh, Laura, I miss you.
I miss you. Aurora.
I miss you, Alora.
Aurora. I miss you.
Yes. I love you, Alora.
I love you, Aurora.
Alora, I love you.
I love you, Aurora.
So you're doing good. What's your little baby's name?
Evie. Ainsley. Ainsley.
Inslee. You ready? I love you, Inslee.
I love you, Ainsley.
I miss you, Inslee.
I miss you, Ainsley.
I'm telling you, you're going to learn so much, and I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. More than you know. Wow. That was the so emotional, but Laura had did that video and she showed it to me, and I was so emotional. So I just wanted to share that with you because this wonderful, amazing lady has been through so much, but she has the best smile ever.
She does.
And she lights up the room. Did your earring?
I lost an earring.
You lost.
These are my Christmas earrings. It's okay.
You lost a Christmas tree.
It's okay.
Anyway, I just wanted to thank Laura for doing that. I sent it to Patricia, her mom, and Casey, and she said, "Can you post that?" And she was so proud. So if you haven't watched it yet on my page, please be sure and send Casey some love. Yes. She's working so hard, such a God-fearing woman. She has one goal: to return to being a mother again and being able to interact with her kids. And we're going to make that happen with God's help. That's right. With God's help. And I'm just so proud to be working with her. So Casey Lang Roberts, you know that. So have a good day. Have a blessed day. Any parting thoughts about your routine? She's going to get in the routine. I'm telling you, just one little second at a time. Build it slow. Don't punch holes in your cup. Fill your cup up with, watch, the things you want to enjoy and live that life.
Like coffee.
Live that life.
I'd really, because this is learning for me as well, and hopefully you guys can see that too. So we're all very much the same in a lot of different ways. So what I'm taking away from this is to not have routine be necessarily like military type style where it's just
exactly.
like, do this, the same exact way every day without fail, blah, blah, blah. Because at that point, if that doesn't work for you, if that works for you and you feel good about it, wonderful. But for me, that doesn't work. And I found that out to be very true. So I love what Paul was saying about, and then incorporating your own creativity to it. So it doesn't have to be the same. When you wake up and you want to blast some music, it doesn't have to be the same song.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be the same anything that you do, and make it your own. And I think that's really the part that I've been missing, because I was just I was trying so hard to fit the mold of what I thought routine was, which was the very military style. Make sure you do this at this time and get this right. And I rebelled constantly against it because I didn't have fun. I didn't like it. And I love how you just, even before we were talking about this, I didn't have that understanding in my head. So I am just very blessed and honored to have you and to have you share this with other people, because I know if it's helping me, it's definitely helping other people who may be struggling with the same thing. And you're just a blessing to so many people. And as you see with Casey too, and you're really putting your gifts and what God has given you, there's no question that God does things for a reason, everything, no matter if it feels like the worst thing, like you went through your stroke and you were down and out for a very long time, but you rose above that. And you found out the reason why God gave that to you as now your gift to share with others and to help people like Casey, who you would have no ability to help if you
I would have never met you.
Yeah.
Never met Jerry, Salud, Sky Gore in Australia, so many people. For Lisa, so many people. Kayla. Yep. It's doing so good. So I want to make one more point. Your life has got to be boring.
What?
Your life doesn't need to be boring. Change your routine every day. Mm-hmm. That if you want, like sometimes I'll read a Bible verse.
Yep.
And I'll write about it. Mm-hmm. That's part of my routine.
Beautiful.
Reading the Bible verse and writing about it is the creative sauce that I need.
Yeah.
So some days I do that. Some days I'll just read quotes and prepare for things differently. So have fun and remember that give yourself grace.
Yes. If
you miss a day, that's just a day.
Don't beat yourself up over it.
Don't beat yourself up.
God knows I've done that too.
That's I think I've gotten that from you, and I believe you're going to start a routine slowly, surely, and get into that mix that you can vary your routine.
And as Salud said too, have fun with your routine. So stop thinking about it as this routine, and it kind of then puts it off as you're being forced to do something instead of just enjoying it.
Well, what I like to say is get out of your rut and spread some routine in your life. Plant the roots that grow your routine. So anyway, have a nice day. As I always tell you, you are someone special because you are. And you were destined to be great. And God doesn't sponsor any flops.
Nope.
At all.
Certainly does
Why
not.
do you say flip-flops when I say that? You say flip-flops.
I just always think it's going to say flip-flops, which he doesn't sponsor flip-flops either, guys. Okay, so I am correct in that. And I feel pretty confident with that.
Flip-flops. And remember that you were designed for maximum accomplishment from birth. And have a great day, because hope is on
the way to you.
The way to you. We got a lot to do. I got to get her in her routine.
So here we go. Have a nice day, guys. And also just a reminder too, that we don't always, and he's going to talk about that in a minute, but we don't always have time to message everybody back after these shows.
Yes.
So please don't take it personal. We love you all, and we appreciate you guys so much for your contribution and for being present and for giving yourself the gift of learning new things. I think that's a beautiful gift to yourself. So again, don't take it personal. We love you guys so much, and we try our best to do what we can.
We do. And if you haven't got this book and you have aphasia or anyone has aphasia, buy this book for them and share it with a Christmas gift. This is a wonderful book. Don't forget to tune in for Happy Hour, where Jerry and Salute show their stuff every day, and I play a bit part in helping navigate this event. So tune in 5 o'clock.
All right.
Wednesday. Bye.
Love you guys. God bless.